Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on the show are those of the host and guests and not necessarily the opinions of the owners of Global Communications Network and the operators of this radio station.
It's Love Jones. It's Love Jones. Check us out as we combine our hit music with a love story. Live with Candy. It's Love Jones. Call in and participate at 326-0271 on Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Refugee Camp presents
for all relationships, for regrets, for disagreements, for breaking up and making up, for all those out there jonesing for love. It's Love Jones right here, right now on Global 99.5. Good morning, fabulous freaky. It's a Friday, one of my favorite days of the week, and man, and I feel rare. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because of the weather outside, or when it's cool outside or it's a little bit rainy and the AC is on, you get like that rub your feet together under the covers type feeling. Look at Mike, you feel it? You know that feeling. Today is that kind of feeling kind of day. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of saucy today. I don't know if that's what it is. I'm saucy. No?
Lock the door. Lock
Y'all can bite me up in here. No, sir. Good morning again, and welcome to another edition of Love Jones right here on the best mix of R&B music, home of the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 99.5. Before I do anything, 326-0272 or 1 is your in-studio numbers for live calling. You can text or WhatsApp at 431-8497. Good morning and happy Friday to our Facebook viewers. We're so happy to have them back online. Hello. Hey, what's happening? And of course, you can watch the video later on YouTube as well as Global's page and Love Jones's page as well. Interesting topics today, but before we do that, happy anniversary, 32 years in the business of marriage to Action and Marcia. They're celebrating 32 years. That is an awesome accomplishment. These days, back in the days, any days, that's like a big deal. So congratulations to them. I know, that's almost
my age.
Yeah, what? Yeah. All of that, man? I thought you was just hitting 24. 32, eh? You look good for 32, I ain't gonna lie. You look good.
Let me recalculate.
Get your dear calculator, see what's going on. As well as a very happy birthday to our girl Manny. She's 32 today as well.
For real?
Yeah, so happy birthday to Manny.
That's the number to buy
She's
today.
on the island. Let's see, I didn't say it. You said it.
That's the number to buy.
I think you triangulate it. Don't box it.
So buy that number.
And then
if you win, call me.
And send the proceeds
if you don't win,
to Magic Mike.
If you don't win, try again.
We don't want to be a part of the non-winning. But if you do win, drop a little bit in Love Jones's collection box. Mm-hmm. All proceeds will go towards the very best cause.
Yeah.
BPL, BTC. Them kind, those kinds of causes.
Yeah, 700.
Yeah. Thanks. That's all I want to say. That's a good one. Yeah. Let me move that to the top of the list.
Yeah, 700.
Yeah. So listen, one of the big questions that has come in repetitively, but a couple of people asked in a conversation that was being had yesterday in reference to men and women and some of the talkings that we had yesterday. The question was asked about, can you, I don't want to use the word falsify, but can you create sexual chemistry, or is that something that has to exist from the very jump? A woman has asked, and let me tell you why she says that she'd stopped dating for a while. She'd been burned a couple of times, and she was like, "Hey, F this love thing. None of that." And so she says, to be quite honest, for the last 2 years, I mean, she's had, I wouldn't dub them as relationships, but she's indulged in safe sex, but enjoyable sex with as least amount of strings attached as possible. And she said it's been working pretty well, but she's at the place now where she's longing for companionship outside of just the sexual part of it. And so she's given dating a chance, and she says, you know, there's been some sour notes, but for the most part, she's been pleasantly surprised by Bahamian guys, which has been because we don't hear a lot of good things, but that's a great thing. Her thing though is she's met this guy. He has aspirations. She likes that. He's a father of 2, and she has a child as well. So they're both parents. They have that stuff in common. And she said, you know, she's finding him physically attractive. And so finally last week they get to business. They were dating for about 4 months, didn't touch the cook. Then they decided, nah, what are we waiting for? Let's do. She felt nothing. And it wasn't for him lack of trying. He pulled out all the tricks, and he pulled the box off from under the bed. He got the rabbit out the hat, the handkerchiefs, the flowers, everything came out, but no heat, no burn, no nothing.
All right, so what's next?
You're so petty. No,
I got nothing, Candy. I got.
You're supposed to pull something out that. Aren't you Magic Mike?
No, not that was a tough one.
What kind of magic are you serving?
And the brother did all he could.
He did everything. No, it isn't that she didn't. She felt. I mean, he was working with something. She felt, but she didn't feel. You know, is it Stephanie Mills? Feel the fire.
Was she going in there with expectations?
She said,
because
now, mind you, remember, she says for the last 2 years, all she has been indulging in is, and it hasn't been a whole slew of men, but she said she's been selective, but it's only been about sex because she wasn't prepared for the emotional stuff.
Right.
So with this one, she allowed him in emotionally. For the 4 months, they were building that, and it's been fantastic. She's liking where it's going. They have a lot in common. Their parents, you know, all those kinds of things. But I guess you expect when someone touches you. I mean, even when there's a something, you know, the something.
Maybe she's been for the 2 years really conditioned her to just put away those emotions. I mean. And here's the thing: this is the first time she's tried to have
in a little while
sex with emotions involved, right?
Right.
So,
but shouldn't that like add? Ooh, shouldn't that? We always talk about that. Sex is sex, and good sex is good sex. But when you implement mental connection and emotional, doesn't that like up the ante?
That's what we think it should be, but I mean, sometimes it works.
Doesn't it? Most of the time,
sometimes it works in the opposite. You know what I'm saying? So
when you're emotionally intact, it removes. No, man.
Not
for most women. Let me say that. I don't know how men. I don't know how the physicality.
I don't know how men do it,
I'm not sure how men go, but for women, like if we're attracted to you, and plus we dig in you on a mental basis, and we feel in you emotionally, what it's already like matches are being scratched way before you do anything. So I'm trying to understand it. I don't know. She said he touched her, and she didn't. I don't know if it was the expectation of hoping to feel like that's something, and then it wasn't there, and that turned everything off.
Maybe I'm thinking it might have to do with the expectation.
Okay, well, not speaking about the story specifically. Then let's get back to that. In your opinion, can you create sexual chemistry, or either you have it or you don't have it? It's like. What do people think?
I think you can create. Honestly, I think you could create it, depending on.
Wow. How do you create sexual chemistry? How do you go about it? Have you ever
just
long time ago? Longer right. Times before the long times. Have you ever been with someone that you weren't initially sexually attracted to? When she touched you and you didn't feel like the hair on your back stand up? Have you ever been with someone where it was not initially that? When you kind of worked your way into something?
Yeah. It's been quite a few.
Yeah, was longer past the long time. Mm-hmm. Was it equally the same as when the initial chemistry existed? Be honest.
No.
See, that's what I'm
No,
saying.
it wasn't. But man,
So is it worth the pursuit then? That's the question. Is it worth the pursuit if you don't have it initially and you have to, is it something that you should work towards? I mean, because okay, like when it comes to love, right? People, there are some on that side that say you shouldn't have to work towards love. It's just something that just happens. And then the other people that say, oh hell yeah, you gotta put work into love. You know what I mean? Absolutely, there's work. And then people say if you have to work so hard at it, is it like
no. See, the thing is, you know, when you, and I think we get confused when we say the word work when it
Yeah.
comes to love. I mean,
because it has like, I wouldn't say a negative connotation,
Right,
but it's just,
that's
it
what I'm saying,
seems
but,
like a lot to do.
like, what are you talking about when you say work? Like, what does it mean to work? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to love, if you understand what I'm saying,
do.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think people, you know, get that confused. And, you know, when you say work towards love and it should have to come naturally,
Mhm.
that's coming naturally still means you have to put in the work.
And that's my point. Does
see what
I
I'm
wonder if
saying?
it works the same way with sex? But regardless, I think even with putting in your work with love, there's still an initial something there, and then you work to build on that to strengthen it. And I think the same should exist when we talk about sex and your attraction to someone. There has to be a spark of something, and then you can add gasoline to it to make it fire. But there has to be something. I mean, because I know so many people that really like the person they're with, or they may even be in love with the person that they're with, but they don't click when it comes to like that. I was gonna say that nasty kind of sex, but I don't think it's it's appropriate. It's Friday.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, and I don't, I mean, you can make love and all of that, but there still has to be an existing something to start with, no matter how small, no matter how minute. There must be something to build from.
And that's
No?
that's not how you see the person, though, right? It's how you see a person, how the person makes you feel, because it's all about emotions. You see what I'm saying? So
Okay, maybe
I
we're
could-
looking at it wrong. Let me see. Solid question. Because I like to go outside of our demographic. He only but 3 years younger than us, but still.
right.
So Solid question.
Say 3 years.
Let me ask you the same question. Do you believe that you can create sexual chemistry if it doesn't already exist in the preliminary stages of dating relationship? Can you create it if it doesn't exist?
I think you should see how attention builds. Can you have chemistry out of sexual tension? Because I think sexual tension is a big plus in that arena. Because if you go into it without that tension there, you can't really explode.
But can you have the tension without the chemistry to begin with? There has to
Can
be
you-
something, eh?
Because when you talk about tension, you're talking about because the
You want it now.
The expectations probably bring on that the
Of
tension.
what the touch will be like, of
Yeah.
what it's going to be like when you finally get it.
Yeah, that's like you.
No, I mean no, but desire and expectation isn't the same as
No, it's
the
not.
tension.
Well, desire and expectation ain't even the same thing.
No.
You
but
don't have to have
like a kid,
chemistry for someone you
Just like
desire.
a kid, it's Christmas and you're expecting this Christmas gift, and then
I don't
But
think
you
you
could
could.
desire someone and still be disappointed. Like you could want them more than water in like the Sahara, and then you get it and you're like, oh, that wasn't quite as quenching as I thought it would be.
I don't think you could create any chemistry.
And there's that.
Matter cannot be created or destroyed, and chemistry is chemistry.
But there must be catalyst,
Yeah, you gotta have a catalyst,
and that's what I'm saying.
Which
so that
could be the tension.
The tension.
which could be the comfortability, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, for a lot of people, I know for as a woman, my how comfortable I am with you is going to definitely dictate a lot of stuff as far as sex is concerned, and how far things can and will go. If I'm not comfortable, yeah, no, not so much. We're still trying to bode the question though. So so he's saying you can't create it. Either it's there or it isn't there, basically. I think I have to agree. I mean, I think you can build on attraction. I think you can have a base attraction and then people can do other things to amp that up. But I think you have to have an existing something already. I mean, no matter how minute, it gotta be something. But
you gotta have chemistry.
yeah.
What are you saying? But do you have chemistry
chemistry and regular chemistry is different.
No, I understand, but here's the thing with chemistry. Can you? Wow, because I'm thinking, do you necessarily have to have chemistry on the first go? Sexual chemistry.
Well, okay, all right. Let me put it in the
And
context
what do you see as sexual chemistry?
Okay, let me denote the.
Because here's the part. Go ahead.
Go ahead. What you saying?
Go ahead, because you know what you like.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This person, the first time, this person doesn't know what you like, so it's gonna be a situation where
Getting to know. But that's building on the initial chemistry is what I'm. Okay, let me give example. You and I have chemistry, right? But not sexual chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
But we have chemistry. We click in a lot of different ways, right? Mm-hmm. So if you just have chemistry, that's not the same as sexual chemistry. So if you just have base chemistry, which is what they probably had, that's the things that click, the things that they have in common, and that probably built. But now to take that outside of that, is that enough to sustain a relationship if the sexual aspect is missing?
I don't know.
That's what it is, and that's the problem.
I don't know.
Can you be with someone that you just click with, or do you need to click with that base chemistry as well as the sexual aspect of it?
I think that chemistry, even if you, let's say you can't create it, but you could build on it, that isn't built in the bedroom. It isn't built in the bedroom.
The sexual chemistry?
No.
I don't know about that. I think I think the initial chemistry is there. That's what leads into possible sexual, but the sexual chemistry is that heat between your legs that you feel when someone kisses you. That's sexual chemistry. When a woman takes her finger and strokes down your back, and any woman could do that, and when a particular woman does that, you feel something. That's sexual chemistry. Any woman could look in your eyes, but when a particular woman looks in your eyes, you feel something. That's the difference between just chemistry and sexual chemistry. It's there, it ain't there. I think with love and chemistry, you want to please somebody, and so it ups that ante. But if you have it in that way or you don't, I mean, that's just my opinion. But so it comes down to the point where if she's in that situation and they continue to make love, they continue to have sex, and she still doesn't feel those things when he touches her, then what? Do you leave a relationship because that's missing, or do you just satisfy with the minimals of it?
It just depends on what's important to you. I mean,
Would you?
If I would leave a relationship,
would you just satisfy with the minimals of whatever exists on a sexual basis if everything else works well?
I answer that.
Why? Why?
Next question. Next question.
Why not?
I'm not like a GCE question. Sorry for BGCSE question.
It doesn't. I don't think it works.
Yeah.
I've been in a situation similar to that before. It doesn't work. I think you make do. But you're not fully there when that time comes. It's only so you can only give what you have, and if it's just not there, you just don't have it to give. And no matter how much the other person wants it, desires it, they give towards it. Like she said, he gave everything, and she gives him his clothes for that. He did everything humanly possible to make sure that her experience was a good one. He tried to pleasure her in every which way, but she said she just didn't feel that click. He touched her, and she felt a human reaction, but not that fire. Do we want too much?
But here's the thing. I mean, she said she had sexual relationships with no attachments. And she said it was what it was.
No, she got the benefits physically, right, but there was no mental bonding, and there was no emotional. And I think here the issue is, I think that's the problem. I think she's expecting a lot more because she allowed him inside. She expected to feel something extra special.
So he might not be the promise. It might
Maybe
be her.
It's her.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm absolutely sure it is.
Well, then there's that. So, I'm about to see what the phone is saying, but I'm going to ask people out there, can you create sexual chemistry, or do you have to have it existing, no matter how minute, and then build from that?
Just think about it. You having sex with persons, and I'm pretty sure, like she said, it's not a lot of persons, but it's more than one. Of course.
She said it was.
You know what I'm saying? And there's no emotional attachment at all. So it's just the physicality of it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So you didn't go in there expecting anything. You just went there to get off. You went there selfishly. You did it selfishly. You went there to get yours.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So now you meet somebody. You trying to get yours and give him his.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
It's a lot.
Yeah. So that might be the, you know what I'm saying? That might be the issue. I don't know how you see it, but I think, you know. Here's the thing. Sex is in the mind. When I say a lot of it has to do with the mind.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So if your mind ain't going there right, and I'm not saying, and I'm not using right as a right and wrong way.
Yeah, I know what you
I'm
mean.
saying? If you're not going there,
what's
open-minded, I guess.
I was just gonna say, for some people, what's the right way? I think for us, in any which way, going into it and not just giving that pressure to somebody else, but having that pressure on yourself, that this experience is going to be so much different than anything else because of what I want from it and what I hope to give him or what I hope to give her. And when you build it up, and if it meets anything less than that, I think you're disappointed.
I wonder how he feels. I wonder if he feels the same way. I wonder.
I would like to ask her that. Did she fake it out, or was she real with him about how it went down?
Is she disappointed him or her? Is she disappointed him or herself?
She said she was just upset and then disappointed of the overall experience. She just didn't feel what she thought she would feel.
And how does he feel about the situation?
I don't know. She didn't say if she told him. I'm interested to know if, that's what I'm saying. I'm interested to know if she just kind of moaned and groaned her way through. She faked it out and he felt as if, hey, he was handling business, or if she was openly expressive to him on what she felt and how he reacted to that. Are we honest about, like,
no, we're not. I
sexually?
mean, no, because I've been in situations where I have to fake it. You know what I'm saying? You know.
And
you go, oh, that was the bomb, baby.
I think people have to know, though.
And you go change a number.
Yeah, it's no good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't say for sure if it's a good idea to stay in something, because, like I said, I've been in a sad situation.
Yeah, but it's
like
a new
that
situation, though.
That's my thing with that. For her, some transitions. You've already made a decision that now you want companionship. You want compatibility that goes along with those things. And there are certain allowances that go with that. If you've been dealing as a single-minded person for more than 2 years,
right, and
now you're opening the door to not just be pleased, but to also please. And there are many strings attached. That changes the way that you go about things.
Because now it's a learned situation you're going into.
Yeah. So I don't think it's fair to just decide in one go that it isn't enough. And then a lot of times
but it mightn't be him. It could possibly be her.
Mm-hmm.
It could possibly be her.
You read it? Did you see the WhatsApp that came in? I'm not even going to read that on air. Thank you so much for that WhatsApp. I'm not going to read that one on air. I'm just going to leave that and let that simmer for a little bit. Well, so now there are other people that are writing in. Besides that one, there are some other ones now talking about it's not fair to hold people accountable for the expectations that you have in the bedroom. True or false?
Say that again?
It's not fair to hold other people accountable to the expectations that you go into the bedroom with. So don't we all go in the bedroom with expectations? What's the point if you don't have that fervor, that fever?
It's not their fault, but you can't say it don't matter because it's gonna affect you and how you think.
No, it's natural to go in there with expectations.
But here's the thing, though. About the whole point of going into the bedroom, you have expectations. That's what gives you that tension.
But it's not their fault.
But does it get to a point where it's gonna make or break the relationship?
In some people, yes. Unfortunately, some people, yes.
I'm not talking about consistently. Like, you've been seeing this person for about a year, and you know the sexual experience is the same.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And just you're not getting anything out of it, no satisfaction, or there's no growth in the sexual experience or whatever. And I understand that, but not in this situation where the person is the first.
Not
first
that.
time.
That's a different person that said
Okay,
that. It's
okay.
not fair to hold people
Okay.
accountable.
Well,
now, listen to the verbiage that's being
It's
used
not fair
and
to
make
hold people
sure,
accountable.
make sure that we get it right. It's not fair to hold people accountable to the expectations that you bring into the bedroom.
I
That
think
Well,
whole
one-
thing is that's a bunch of
no, I think
Well,
that's
one-
a fair statement.
what?
In some cases, I think that's a fair
Wait.
statement.
My thing on it is the first time, it's not fair, right? Afterwards, once you make your expectations known, after the first time and you make your expectations known, then you could hold them accountable. Because if Candy is late every Friday, and I'm saying, and she has a good excuse, but it's like, Candy, this ain't gonna cut it, even though it ain't your fault,
Candy,
but this isn't gonna cut it.
Mike, look here. No.
Candy, I think that, you know why? Here's the thing. You dating somebody,
Yeah.
right? You're gonna have you having sex with them. You go through the sexual experience, and it's like you're in a morgue.
Mhm.
Yeah, you gotta hold them. I mean, I cannot. Why?
But that's my point. The person said it's not fair to hold anybody else accountable. Who do you hold accountable then? Guess what? At the end of
I
the
mean,
day, it-
okay.
at the end of the day, it's both of you, right? But if, like he said, if you make your expectations known, this isn't the first time that you guys have had sex, not the second, not the third. You let it be known that I like to be licked in this particular kind of way. I like you to hold me this way. This is my favorite position. If these are the expectations, when we talk about expectations, there are two things. There's one where you expect to see ponies and rainbows every single time. Well,
Who's gonna have that
I was about
conversation?
to say good luck with that. So what you mean? So
Who's gonna? I like to
if-
be licked. I like to be spanked.
you don't have this conversation?
If I do, hold on. If I do, I don't remember.
You better have this conversation.
I know. I got to put someone on the wall to remember to,
Listen to me.
because
I
Candy,
get it. Listen, I used to be that
I got to have
person.
a cue cards and be like, okay, spank.
Mike, see you petty. Now you riding the petty bus hard. I'm saying no. I used to be that person that be like, just allow it to organically happen.
that's right.
If it doesn't happen, just leave it be. Just go through the motion. Shift your hips this way. Guide this way. Boy, bump that. When you get to a certain age, I just turned 39 last month. I don't have time to do tutoring anymore. I don't have time for it. I'm into the social work. I forgot. Do you understand? So after we've done it a few times and I still leaving feeling like,
No, I think it's time to roll.
No, I ain't gonna roll.
No,
Not
no.
yet. I can have that talk with you because you ain't gonna be able to say, boy, Candy push and he ain't even. No. We can talk and I can tell you, okay, listen.
Yeah, let me see. I would love to see this.
Yeah, we can have that talk. I can say,
Yeah.
okay, listen. Even if
Have you ever had that talk before?
yes.
Go with your bad self.
Yeah. Like I said, I was that person that didn't want to say anything because I didn't want the man to feel emasculated. I didn't want to embarrass him. And then a lot of times you start that conversation and people take it the wrong way. You don't mean to be rude or offensive, but when it comes to sex and verbalizing it, it's difficult for anybody of any age. I don't care how mature you are. Sometimes it's just hard to have that talk. And you could be as vocal as you want to, but if the person isn't receptive and they've already taken it hard, it's rough. Right? I ain't even gonna read that right
Me,
now.
Clara, I'm gonna give you a call after the show. We have to.
I'll have to have a talk.
We have to have a talk.
I never used to be that one. I didn't want to say anything, but I realized the more mature you get and the wiser you get, you have to say. People and men always say, I can't read your mind. You can't expect me to read your mind if you don't say, and I don't know. You have to teach me what you want in the bed.
Okay.
You have
I've never had that talk.
You have
with
to show
anybody.
me. Maybe you didn't need teaching.
I've never had that talk.
Never thought about that?
Nobody has ever had that talk with me.
Maybe you're just that good. They don't call you Magic Mike for
Mhm.
nothing.
I like it. I like it.
But I'm saying, but I don't want people to get confused. Just because you have that talk doesn't mean that you're not good in bed. It just means that we need to finesse how you and I communicate in the bedroom. And it's different for everyone. And so if you have an initial chemistry together, you know that you're attracted to this person and they're attracted to you, but there's still some switches that are missing. some things that are missing, then you say, listen, we have something good here, we got some okay, but I think it could be so much better. But and this is what I want, and because I want you, and I want to make it work. Tell me what it is what you need. Do you like your nipples pinched? Like, do you like me to lick in your ear? Do you like soft kisses? What you want?
I get
like,
flashbacks. That's always something
I'm
else.
saying it's Friday. Like, say to me, and I think that's the only way you could be an adequate lover. I think certain things you do know, but for some persons that like to be whispered in the ear, other people don't like that. That you're like, hey, that's personal space. So you have to communicate what it is that you need. You cannot just have the expectation, and a lot of women have that expectations that men are like the supersonic beings of like sexdom. Not every man understands what it is that you need.
And every woman is different.
Yes,
You
and
know what
every
I'm saying?
man is different. A lot of
right.
women have in their mind, once you what I was gonna say the thing, and then I have to remember that's your brand. I was gonna say once you show the
no,
thing.
no.
You notice I was like, I had to take it back.
We need to find a word
I need to
for that,
find a
yes.
different word for it. It's been so long that I've been conditioned to use it, and then I have to remember.
We need to work on
No,
that ASAP.
that's your thing. Once you give a man oral pleasure, most women feel like that's it. You know, once you do that for him, that's gonna be the thing. Some men don't care for it that way. There are other things. Some men will tell you, yeah, that don't really do it for me.
Yeah.
I like other stuff.
Right.
You know, so you have to talk about it. Maybe he's afraid to say that to you because you're gonna take it the wrong way. Or he sees that you enjoy it, so he doesn't say anything, but he's not getting what he needs from it. And then what's the point? And you're spending an hour, 2 hours, and meantime, he trying to make it seem like this is the thing of all things. And when you could be spending that hour doing something that he truly enjoys. So it's an easier way to say. And sometimes if you feel like there's something missing, then ask, and that's all it will take. Someone is just waiting, dying for you to say, all right, so us together on a sexual basis, like, what do you think? And sometimes that's all it takes to kind of open the floodgates to get the talk going. But you got to say, here's what I like, here's what I want. I would really love it if we could try this. I don't know if it'll work for us, but I tried it before, and like, it really did something for me. Can we see if if it does it for us? And if not, maybe like a little remix to it would work. But you got to say, I mean, no one likes to feel like they're leaving their partner unfulfilled when they walk out of the bedroom. That's an awful feeling.
Yeah.
That's an awful feeling.
No, I mean, I think the conversation is necessary. It's just that with that, you know, couples don't even have basic conversations. Can you imagine you don't even have a basic conversation with your spouse where
And
you're
now here you go.
Now you want to talk about sex?
And they're gonna
How you gonna start the
people are taking
conversation?
it like criticizing.
Yeah. How you know what I'm saying? So, you know.
It's a creative way to do it. Okay, here's how I initially
Oh, go ahead.
went about.
Go ahead.
You don't have to make it seem like solid what you leaning it for. He's like, yes. It doesn't. Okay, the thing is, a lot of people, when they hear that thing where let's talk about sex, you picture yourself at a table and you're being grilled, or it's that kind of convo. It doesn't have to be that, right?
Why is that up? I mean, the thing, and I agree, because it
into
becomes a defensive conversation.
Yes, and then you say something, I gotta hit you back with something. Well, just so you know,
Right.
when you do that, I
Right.
don't particularly like that either.
Right.
It becomes that
Water
one
making
up,
contents.
and now you've hit my ego, so now I gotta crash you back, and it turns into something that you totally didn't mean it to be. Then turn it into a sexual game. So you say, you know what, I want us to try something tonight, right? I want you to take my lead, right? And you say, I can do something that I like, and I'll whisper in your ear something that I like, and I want you to try it back, and then we're just gonna go back and forth and see where we go. There's so many things that you could do. Or you drop some stuff in a jar or a vase, and you say, I want you to pull something out the vase, and if you don't want to try it, then you pass it to me and I'll do it, or vice versa. There's so many ways that you could go about doing it that's going to make it fun, and it's not going to make it so defensive. And before a time, you forget that it's an exercise in order to learn what you love sexually, and it just becomes something that you guys are engaging in together. You're learning each other's body. You're flexing. It doesn't even have to lead into sex. It just can be an exploration of your physicality. It doesn't even have to be sex. Like, I want you to put whipped cream in my navel. Like, let's start with that. I want you to, he's so stupid over there. It can be so many things. Like, I want us to incorporate certain stuff. Like, I want to try bondage. Remember when you first started and we were talking about the necktie exercise? So many people have written to me after that and saying that they didn't realize how something so small and minute, introducing that into the bedroom made such a big difference. People that have an issue as well with exercising their dominance in the bedroom, the necktie thing is a great way to do that, or scarves. When you don't get to do what it is you want, maybe you have a more dominant sexual partner, tie them up. Use a scarf, use a necktie, and you do what it is that you want to do. And they're boundless. They can't do anything. And that takes the experience to a whole new level. Or it's just... And there that goes again. But there's a lot of stuff that you can do, and it doesn't have to be the things that you see on pornographic flicks. It's just a matter of fact of what works for you. Someone asked me a couple of minutes ago, is it bad that he likes missionary? No. It's not bad that you like missionary. Like I said before, missionary is one of the most sensual positions that you can find.
Because that's the eye contact.
That's eye contact. That's face to face. That's body to body. That's heat. That's like holding hands down. That's so much stuff that you could do with that. The only issue that comes into play with that is if your partner likes something else. I was going to say it, but I don't know if that's appropriate even for Friday. If your partner likes another position, perhaps she likes to sit on top of you, and that's her way of, now I take dominance. Even if you like that, you can incorporate the same things that you get out of missionary from that style as well. You just have to learn how to maneuver and how to give and take. But if that's the style that you like, you can't say, well, that's going to be it every time, because then that's not giving your partner what it is that she needs. So you have to go after what you need, but make sure in going after what you need, you're giving what is needed as well, so that you both walk away feeling fulfilled. That's that way in any kind of relationship, sex or otherwise. That's the point. You get what you need. And if I'm concentrating on what you need and you're concentrating on what I need, then how could you lose? But if I go in it with, wait, too bad, whether she come there or not, catch me on a second one, because I can get what I need this time.
Second one.
And most of the time it ain't gonna be a second one. So if you don't get the first
one,
go,
is on Tuesday.
It don't have to be the same time, but it could be the same place. I mean, but if you go into it with that, then more than likely the results aren't going to be what you want.
Right.
At the same token, we're grown, most of us that are indulging in these things, then act like it. Say what you want. Say what you need, and don't say it in a nasty or destructive way, but just say, I believe in this, and I want you to want me in the same way. So let's figure out how we can make that happen the best way possible. We have to learn how to communicate, because if we don't, we're going to crash and burn every time. And sex is one of the most powerful tools that you can have for bonding and communicating in a non-verbal way. So and that nonverbal can definitely help you in
the verbal.
I telling you,
in other areas of your life,
in other areas of your relationship, because a lot of times you let your guard down, and some of the things that you've needed to talk about anyway can just come forward in that serene environment, and you just get it off your chest.
Because we blabber, man. After that, man.
Yeah, you talk about everything. So what you was mad for Tuesday, man? You know what you to do, man? Endorphins are just.
You'd be like, which Tuesday? Because I was mad the last
couple
Tuesdays.
No more.
Yeah, but you don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
You
straight. You fix all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fix it what?
Please.
Yeah. Round two. No, sorry. No.
Next Tuesday.
Yes.
Next Tuesday. But at the end of the day, like I said, I hear what it is that she's saying as well. Oops. Okay, here's WhatsApp that's come in. Hi, Liberian. How are you, girly? She says, could it be that she did not meet his expectations, and because of that, it showed in his performance? I think that they should give it another try and then decide. They both probably went in expecting the other to make them feel out of this world.
Agreed.
And didn't take the time to explore enough. I have to agree. I think that's what it is. I ain't gonna lie. After being, I shouldn't lie. It's getting
I agree.
Yeah, that's what you was gonna say. I understand where you're coming from.
It's okay. In her instance, why I'm saying I get it, like being with the same person for a long time, that's it for you. That's what you know. That's what you're accustomed to. And whenever thinking about engaging in something outside of that, it's like, wow, okay, I don't know. This person isn't accustomed to like the way that my back bends. This person isn't accustomed to, the left one is bigger than the right one. And I mean, it puts a lot of pressure on you as well.
No, it does. And both men and women.
And then men are going in like, okay, well, they know that you've only been, like in her instance, if they've had that talk, he knows that she's only been exploring the sexual aspects of herself for 2 years.
Right.
And so that's a lot of pressure for him. Now for him, think about it for him. Now I've had to be working to break that shell of, I've been broken, I've been upset, I've been burned. Now for him to try and get in to say, hey, I'm a good guy, give me a try. For him to try and break through all of those things and plus lead into all of these adventures that she's been having over the 2 years with no strings attached. She didn't have to see any of those people if she didn't want to, if she didn't feel it click sexually. But here's someone more than like, I'm going to have to see you again because I'm looking to build a relationship for you. That's a lot for anybody. And whether she admits it or not, I agree that she probably had expectations of herself and she may have felt as if that was not fulfilled. So let a little bit of those things go and just allow each other to be. That same chemistry that you have outside of the bedroom, you can bring it in if you allow it. Just kind of put all of the moon and stars that you're expecting to bring in there and just say, whatever will be, I'd let it be. And a lot of times when you do that and you let go, there's what it is that you were looking for because you allowed his touch to mean something to you. You've been working so hard to make sure that the touch doesn't take you outside of sexuality. You've not dropped that hard exterior just yet. So you didn't really let him in.
Right.
If you really think about it. Psychologically, sex has a lot of things to do with that.
Thinking about it, you said that she's been through quite a bit. She's been hurt a couple of times. So
right.
That right there tells me that she has this tough exterior.
It's a wall.
Yeah.
And you think that
Donald
you've
Trump
let
wall.
it go. Why not for that bad?
She might
It
have
could be.
a Donald Trump
that
wall.
wall he want, but yeah.
What the Mexicans paying for.
No, you can't. Don't let it get like that. Please. Don't do what the doodle does. No.
Said the doodle.
But cheese to the horns. But that's how it is. A lot of times we trick ourselves. I let him in. I let him close, and you really haven't,
No.
and you're not, because you're still afraid of being hurt again, burnt again. And so if you're afraid for that touch to mean something to you, you won't allow it to be. So perhaps that's what it is. It's not him at all. You said that he did everything to please you, and you still felt nothing. That has to say something. And it has to more than likely say something about you. And that's no offense. And that's not saying there's something wrong with you. It just means that you are in protective mode and you're not allowing his touch to feel. You're not feeling it because you don't want to. You're afraid to. Let it go. You're going to have to, at one point, if you expect to live any kind of semblance of life, whether it's him or someone else, you're going to eventually have to let go. So if he's deemed himself worthy, if he's been working towards it, and after 4 months you've decided to allow him in, what's the point of allowing him in if you still keep him at bay at the door? Let him in. Allow his touch to feel what you needed to do. Just let him. Allow him to. And I guarantee if you do that, it's going to be what you need it to be. And that's all it is. Sometimes we make it so much more complicated than it has to be. And it's just two people at the end of the day, whether it's the couch, the floor, the bedroom, whether it's 200, 300 thread sheet or it's a bare mattress, it still is what it is.
Right.
It's the two people in the room
Right.
that make the difference.
Yep.
Yeah, all the other stuff add little sexy features to it, but you ain't really gonna remember all that. You can really remember what it made you feel. You don't give a damn what colors on the wall.
The flavor.
But then again, strawberry and pina colada tastes kind of good.
Yeah, I think you remember stuff like that.
Yeah, but if you remember all that stuff and then the physical stuff wasn't good, then it becomes more about the stuff than what it was supposed to be about.
Yeah.
So make it do what it do. So what's your sexual nugget for the day? Sexual. Solid. You have a sexual nugget? No.
I think
What do men want in the bedroom? We have a few minutes left. Let's do
What
it.
do men want in the bedroom?
What y'all want in the bedroom? Real talk.
I want a comfortable woman in the bedroom. Comfortable. You know?
I like what you like.
Yeah. Comfortable woman in the bedroom. And when I say comfortable,
Expound.
um,
Because
Don't-
comfortable
don't-
could mean, that's what I was going to say, not shy. She's willing to go there,
she's
or
willing to
you
go
want
there.
her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Comfortable. Let's do it.
Let's go
Let's-
ham.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ham is delicious.
Yeah, let's go pork chop.
Malone J.
Stew fish.
Like you can get him all excited over there. Talking about stew fish. I think he wants stew fish
Yeah.
gravy porn. Somebody. I think that'll do that for him.
No, but that's you know.
I think that's something that women would like in the bedroom as well. Not just to be comfortable, but someone that embraces that comfort. You know, I agree, and I think that's also something that women would want. A man that makes them feel totally comfortable, because a lot of times when you go there, sometimes it's appreciated, and then afterwards you're looked at as that's the S word. Damn. Don't suck your teeth over there. That's true.
Oh, I okay. I was
The
lost a
S
minute.
word.
No, that's not me. Nice guy.
No, it's not you. But I think men expect you to exhibit sluttish behavior, for the lack of a better
Yeah,
word.
I know that.
But at the same token, and then your mind plays tricks. Boy, you did all that. How much other people you?
No. I mean, you
You
know,
don't give other
I
people-
understand that. but
So men don't think that.
They think that.
Of
They
course.
Think that. They think that. It's like, well,
At
who
least
learn-
you're honest.
Will you learn that? With who? I know that. No, but I'm serious. But
At least
no,
you're
that's-
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. But I would like if I'm married, but yeah.
Men want to feel like Mandingo is what the person said.
What?
Men want to feel like Mandingo.
Okay.
I want someone to make me feel submissive. I think I always have to be in that role where I have to take charge. So I would like to be dominated over. No, we aren't. I
No,
thought we were
listen,
admitting-
Fine.
See, I'm feeling that word
Yeah.
now. Feeling that word. Real talk. I mean, if you're gonna say,
No, I
sometimes
mean,
you're
I
just gonna say,
get
yeah,
that.
I would
'Cause,
like
I mean,
that.
I could see with your personality that you're usually the one that, you know,
Takes
spines.
control. Yeah. If I'm allowed, if
You're
I'm
the one-
allowed,
Yeah.
yeah, if I'm allowed to, I
You
would.
probably initiate most of the times, right?
Yeah, I never. But see, that's what's strange, and I think that's come with the evolution. I never used to. I would wait, because growing up with my grandmother, I was taught like you're not supposed to be that girl. You're not supposed to be that girl, and so I never really was the initiating person. Even in my 20s and whatever, when I became more understanding of what I was or what I wanted sexually, I just wasn't the person to initiate. You were taught that good girls wait. You wait for your man to say, "Bring it here. I want some. Let me touch on you." Now that you get older, I've learned that to hell with that. Like,
To
yeah,
fix your foot.
please. And your leg and
Mm.
shin bone and everything else.
Mm.
Yeah. So now I'm more aggressive with saying what I want. I'll get on the phone and be like, "So look, yeah, it's Friday though."
Yeah. I can see that. You want to use my phone? I got minutes.
No. You got minutes? I might take you up on that offer. Yeah, but even with that, with being aggressive and when I go after it, I still want you to make me feel like a little shy teen. Like, I want you to dominate over me. I think that's the thing. No, whoever that is, I answer.
I'd like the, I'd like playfulness.
Yeah.
Playfulness. That's what, I think I'd like a playful woman. That's, I think, as far as, I don't know how other men feel, but
A playful person.
playful. Yeah. When it comes to that.
I think that's cool. You do like you got on your boy shorts and maybe
Yeah,
his
yeah,
shirt or a little
yeah.
undershirt. And you pillow fight a little bit.
There you
Like how
go.
they do in the movies, you roll over on the floor
Right.
and it leads into.
Yeah.
I got it right.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. You got that on camera?
I got it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And I forgot. I often forget that we're on camera. All right, we're out of time, but we usually give a little bit of homework. So at the end of the day, it is about us expressing things and targeting certain things that people ask us about on Fridays. But from Love Jones to others, obviously, it goes deeper than the physical sense. And every time we give homework, it's about trying to understand each other as men and women. So as a man and all the different experiences that you've had, what little piece of advice would you give to women as far as how to handle men on a sexual basis? Yes, every man is different, obviously, but there are certain things that men need. Like, for instance, some men say they want to feel wanted, they want to feel needed. So be aggressive sometimes and say to him, I want you. Like, so what is the one bit of advice, if you could, that you would leave with women today?
I was really intrigued when you talked, we spoke about that conversation. I would tell everybody to, and that's something that I'm gonna do. Is to have that conversation, to say what you like, what you don't like.
Yeah.
And have an open mind with the conversation. Don't get defensive, or don't try to make a point. Just you probably initiate the conversation and then listen, and then make it a good conversation, and then after conversation,
yeah, see if you could put that to work.
then go do your do.
Eye for that.
Yeah.
My little piece would be, it led from something that Solid said about sexual tension. I think a lot of times when we are in relationships, long-standing, even marriages, we get too complacent and comfortable with each other. I think the whole point, obviously, is to build comfort in the bedroom when you've been with someone for a long time. But I think we become too comfortable, too complacent. We don't work on being sensual or sexual anymore. They say, you want something? All right, then you just kind of roll over. Like, it shouldn't be to that place.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes, yeah. I mean, the children sleeping, let's try to grab somewhere we could get it. But that shouldn't be what your sexual life is based upon. Out of 10 times, that shouldn't be what happens 7 out of the 10 times. So I think building sexual tension between each other, starting those exercises again by, Monday getting on the phone, or if he's at the wash house or whatever, you call, you be like, when you come home, say, I don't call the old lady until I come for the children. When you come home, don't bring them clothes upstairs, just leave everything, take off everything, come upstairs with nothing. Are you ready?
Record that.
It's so stupid. Build sexual tension. You don't have to be over explicit. Like, now people just send cookie shots. Like, no. Like, get in the bed and like strip down to natural stuff, like your face and whatever, and just send your man a pic. If he's working late, I miss you. Like, this space next to me is cold. I want you to come warm this. Make him feel wanted. Build tension between the two of you. That thing that's been missing, where you've wanted each other like you used to, build that back up again, and start with the smallest things. Leave a little sticky note. Like, if she takes a briefcase to work, or he carries the little things to work, or go in the truck or in his car in the morning before he leaves, put the little sticky note. Can't wait to be back with you again. I miss you already. Like, little things, just everyone wants to feel appreciated and wanted. And those things lead into sexual want. They absolutely have a relationship. Basic chemistry, basic want and appreciation, love languages. They pour into sexual languages. They pour into sexual want. It's the psychology of it.
Right.
Tap back into somebody's heart and brain and see if your sexual life doesn't change. People want to feel wanted. People want to feel needed. People want to feel like when they're not there, you miss their presence. If they weren't there, you'd feel lost. People want to feel that way. You want to feel that way. So share that between each other, and that space that you've created between each other for all those years in comfort, close the gap in with saying nice things, wanting things. Do fun things that you used to do when you were younger. Take little pics. Little teens. Spray a little bit of your perfume on his collar. Write him a little note and put your lipstick mark on it.
Spray what?
Huh?
Spray a little
perfume or what they call it? The oil, the poo oil. Put a little poo oil.
And then he come home with that, be like, who perfume that is?
Now, if your wife crazy and don't remember, if she has mental,
yes,
scratch that. Try a different approach.
It'll be like,
spray a different approach. Or put some of your drawers in his handkerchief pocket. I mean, do something like do something to make him feel like, boy, my wife is trouble, boy. Why?
She get it when she get it. What?
Or she can call you and be like, what is this you put in my book? Like, start that fun engagement between each other again that's been long lost. And no matter how far it's gone, a lot of times you can get it back if you work. You honestly can if you work.
That's work, though.
It is. Great nugget. You guys have a great weekend. Yay! You too as well. I'm glad. Candy, because the man, you can go as the man, can't function at work, man. Whatever, what's but that's the point. You want him to be thinking about you all day, and you don't want him to be thinking about you in a way, boy, this woman has stressed me out. You want him to be thinking about you in the most positive ways. And you want to leave nice imprints on you. You know, you want to make, when he thinks about you, make sure that he thinks about you and he smiles. He don't have that look on his face like, this woman's so frustrating, she's driving me crazy. Change that thought that he has of you, change it into something else, and it's gonna take a lot of work, but it can be done if you want it. So if you want your man, you want your woman, start building on some of this homework this weekend, and I guarantee you can change the way that you guys go about things. But you've got to want it, and you've got to not just want it, you've got to make it come into fruition by working for it. And it doesn't take a lot of money. It just takes time and attention. That's it. Just time and attention. Well, that's it for us.
Yeah.
I'm excited about next week. We have some big stuff. And of course, Aaron's going to be back with us next week. So it's going to be an interesting meeting of the minds. But you guys put some of this stuff into homework and make it a really great sensual, not sexual, make it a sensual weekend. Listen, the weather outside is the shimzine. Ain't no excuse. Mike packing up already.
I was going to work, but I didn't.
You changed your mind. So you guys have an awesome weekend. This has been the Friday Freakish edition on Love Jones. Thanks to the Solid for making sure production has gone off without a glitch. Magic Mike, appreciate it as always. And of course, this is Candy. Keep it right where you've got it. This is home of the Steve Harvey Morning Show, best mix of R&B music. This is Love Jones, and we'll be back with you on Monday at 11 o'clock for more interesting and thought-provoking conversation. But do your homework so you don't have to be jonesing for love anymore or good sex. What? No wiggle link?